Welcome to Amex English. Alex, can I ask you something honestly?
Of course, Alex. What's on your mind?
I've been learning English for years. I understand videos, movies, even podcasts. But when I try to speak, my brain just freezes.
That's actually one of the most common problems English learners have.
Really? Because sometimes I feel like I'm the only one struggling with it.
Not at all. Millions of people around the world understand English perfectly, but when it's time to speak, nothing comes out.
That's exactly how it feels. It's like the words are somewhere in my brain, but I can't grab them.
Let me ask you something. When someone asks you a question in English, what happens inside your mind?
First, I hear the question in English, then I translate it into my language. After that, I think of the answer in my language, and then I try to translate it back into English.
And how long does that process take?
Too long. By the time I'm ready to speak, the conversation has already moved on.
That right there is the biggest problem.
The translation?
Exactly. Your brain is doing double work. Instead of thinking directly in English, you're building a bridge back and forth between two languages.
But how can I stop translating? My brain does it automatically.
Because that's how you were trained to learn English.
What do you mean?
Think about school. Most people learn English through grammar rules, vocabulary lists, and translation exercises.
That's true. I spent years memorizing words and grammar.
But language isn't supposed to live in your memory like a dictionary. It's supposed to live in your reflexes.
Reflexes?
Yes, the same way you don't think about every step when you walk.
That makes sense, but speaking still feels scary.
That's because your brain believes speaking English is a test.
And I hate tests.
Exactly. But conversations aren't tests. Conversations are messy, imperfect, and natural.
So the real problem isn't my vocabulary.
No, the real problem is the way your brain processes language.
Then how do I fix that?
First, you need to understand why your brain freezes when it's time to speak.
I'm listening.
Because once you understand the real reason, everything about learning English will start to change.
So my brain freezing isn't because I'm bad at English.
Not at all. It's actually a completely normal reaction.
Then why does it happen?
Because when you try to speak English, your brain is trying to be perfect.
That's true. I always worry about making mistakes.
Let me ask you something. When you speak your native language, do you think about grammar rules?
Never.
Do you worry about choosing the perfect word every time?
No, I just speak.
Exactly. Your brain trusts itself in your native language.
But in English, it feels different.
Because your brain is under pressure.
Pressure?
Yes, pressure to be correct, pressure to sound smart, pressure not to embarrass yourself.
That sounds exactly like what happens in my head.
And that pressure creates fear.
I guess I am afraid of making mistakes.
But here's the strange thing about language learning.
What is it?
Mistakes are not the enemy.
They're not?
They're the training.
I never thought about it like that.
Babies make thousands of mistakes when they learn to speak.
That's true.
But nobody corrects every sentence they say.
And they don't feel embarrassed either.
Exactly, because learning language is a process of experimenting.
But adults don't like experimenting,
Adults want certainty. They want to be right.
which makes speaking harder.
Much harder, because speaking is not about perfection. It's about communication.
So even broken English is okay.
Absolutely. If someone understands you, communication happened.
That actually makes me feel better.
Good, because the moment you stop trying to sound perfect, your English will start to flow naturally.
But how do I train my brain to do that?
By changing the way you practice English.
I'm curious.
Because most people practice English the wrong way.
Now I really want to hear this.
Let me ask you another question.
Go ahead.
How do most people study English?
Grammar books, vocabulary lists, and maybe watching videos.
Exactly. But none of those activities require you to produce language.
That's true. I mostly listen and read.
Listening and reading are important, but they're passive skills.
Passive?
Yes, your brain recognizes the language, but it doesn't practice creating it.
So my brain understands English, but it isn't trained to speak it.
Precisely.
That explains a lot.
Speaking is a completely different muscle.
A muscle?
Think about going to the gym.
Okay.
If you only watch workout videos, will your muscles grow?
Definitely not.
But if you lift weights every day,
Then the muscles grow stronger.
speaking English works exactly the same way.
So I need to exercise my speaking muscle.
Yes, and the best way to do that is simple.
What is it?
Speak out loud every single day,
Even if I'm alone?
especially if you're alone.
That sounds strange.
Not really. When you speak out loud, your brain practices building sentences in real time.
Instead of translating silently,
Exactly. Your brain learns speed and confidence.
what should I talk about?
Anything. Your day, your plans, your opinions.
So I could say something like, today I woke up late, drank coffee, and watched a video.
Perfect. That's real communication.
It doesn't sound very advanced, though.
Fluency doesn't start with advanced words. It starts with simple sentences spoken comfortably.
I think many learners forget that.
They do. They wait until their English is perfect before speaking.
And that moment never comes.
Exactly.
So the secret is starting before you feel ready.
That's the real secret.
But there's still one thing that scares me.
Let me guess.
Speaking with other people.
That fear is even more common than you think.
Talking to native speakers feels terrifying
Why do you think that is?
because I'm afraid they won't understand me.
Or maybe you're afraid they will judge you.
That too.
Let me tell you something important.
I'm listening.
Most native speakers don't care about your mistakes.
Really?
They care about your message.
That's comforting.
Imagine someone learning your language.
Okay.
If they make small grammar mistakes, do you laugh at them?
Of course not.
Most people feel the same way.
So the fear is mostly in my head.
Exactly. Your brain is imagining a problem that usually doesn't exist.
That happens a lot when learning languages.
Yes, our minds love creating invisible barriers.
So how do I break that barrier?
Start with low-pressure conversations.
What do you mean?
Talk with friends who are also learning English.
That feels safer.
Then slowly move to conversations with new people.
Like language exchange partners?
Exactly.
And I guess the first conversation will be awkward.
Probably.
The second one too?
Most likely.
But eventually it gets easier.
Much easier.
Because my brain learns that speaking English isn't dangerous.
That's right. Confidence grows through experience, not theory.
So the only real way to become confident is to speak.
Yes, there's no shortcut around that.
I wish someone told me this years ago.
Many learners discover it late.
But once you understand it, everything changes.
Exactly.
Because now English doesn't feel like a school subject anymore.
It starts feeling like a real tool.
A tool for connecting with people.
And that's what language was always meant to be.
I feel like my mindset about English just shifted.
Good, because one small change in mindset can completely transform your learning journey.
So let me see if I understand everything.
Go ahead.
The reason many people understand English but can't speak is because they trained their brain to translate.
Exactly.
And that makes conversation slow and stressful.
Right.
The second problem is fear of making mistakes.
Which stops people from practicing.
And the third problem is not practicing speaking enough.
You got it.
So the solution is actually simple.
Yes, but simple doesn't always mean easy,
Speak out loud every day.
even if it's just for a few minutes.
Stop trying to be perfect.
Communication matters more than perfection.
And have real conversations whenever possible.
Exactly.
That sounds doable.
It absolutely is.
You know what's interesting?
What?
Just talking about this makes me feel more confident already.
That's the power of understanding the process.
I guess learning English isn't about talent.
It's about consistency.
Small practice every day.
Exactly.
And eventually your brain stops translating.
And starts thinking directly in English.
That's the goal I want to reach.
And you will reach it if you keep practicing.
I'm starting today.
That's the spirit.
And for everyone listening right now, remember something important.
What's that?
Fluency isn't built in one day.
It's built one conversation at a time,
One sentence at a time.
one brave moment at a time.
And if you keep showing up, keep speaking, and keep learning,
English will eventually feel natural to you.
thanks for joining us today,
And we'll see you in the next conversation.
right here on Amex English.